To the economy now, where it's been an eventful week. The RBA announced on Tuesday interest rates would rise 25 basis points to 0.35% in response to rising inflation. Inflation at 6% set to rise. Australians can expect to see wages trailing the cost of living and mortgage repayments continuing to increase. But both sides of the major parties, well, they're showing plenty of spending, not much restraint. For his prognosis on our economic future, let's bring in Mark Boulros, Executive Chairman of Yellow Brick Road, who joins me now from Sydney. Mark, I'm thrilled to have you on the program. Give us your sense of where we're headed on the economy.
Well, two things. The first thing is I want to lean into is the Australian Bureau of Statistics position, which came out on the 31st of December. Admittedly, we've had a few months in between it, a few other things like wars, etc. But the ABS have told us 12 things we need to know about Australia. You can look it up on the ABS website. But in summary, they talk about some really important points like our growth. We are having very good gross domestic product, very good growth relative to other places in the world, and we've done brilliantly well. Australians have saved 13.6% more money in the last 12 months, or the last 12 months at 31 December, compared to what they'd done in any other period. So we have money in the bank. Australians, normal people, average person has money in the bank. Inflation was tracking reasonably well then. Of course, now inflation has kicked out pretty hard. When you go then to the RBA's statement yesterday, not the statement, but Philip Lowe's address yesterday, he talked about the reason why he put interest rates up was not necessarily just because of inflation. That was point number two. His main point was how well we are travelling in this country, our economic resilience. He's talking about a 4% GDP for the 2022 year. He's talking about sub 4% when it comes to unemployment. He also has said that we have the highest participation rate of adults who can work that we've ever had in our history. We are likely to get to 50-year lows in some of our data points when it comes to our economy. So generally speaking, it's a good idea not to be too accommodative with extraordinarily low interest rates or official cash rates when we're doing so well. So it was time to take the foot off the pedal and start to ease back into a normalisation of interest rates, not just inflation.
All right, well, let me ask you this. A lot of people in the corporate world are shy about saying what they actually think. You posted something on the Prime Minister's Instagram the other day in support of the work he and the coalition have done on the economy. I'm sure you got as many brickbats as you got support for that comment. So why'd you put your head above the parapet?
Well, there's two reasons, and I also read Anthony Albanese's stuff as well. One thing I don't like is the fact that this has become a popularity game, and as a result of becoming popular or not popular, either the PM or Albanese, that people are taking the bat to each one of them, and I don't like that, and I just think that's unfair. That's not, from my point of view, not my generation, that's not very Australian. So I felt as though I should stick up for those individuals. I haven't done anything for Albanese yet because I can only stick up for things like that refer to policy. So when it comes to policy or the performance of this government, I felt as though I could actually add something to the debate when it came to Scott Morrison's Instagram. So I did get in there and stick up for him. The bottom line is, we are in good shape economically in this country. Yes, cost of living has increased, but there's a whole lot of factors that have created that cost of living increase, not because of what the government has done purposefully to try and ruin the economy. The government went out to try and help the economy, just like the RBA did. They tried to fix the economy during COVID, and they did a brilliant job, as far as I'm concerned, economically. And for me, and I am standing up for the Prime Minister, and I am standing up for the Treasurer, because for me, if there actually is an issue going forward, Peter, whereby the government, the Reserve Bank, I should say, cannot control inflation and or the cost of living, if there's a problem that we can't control, which I don't believe to be the case, but if there is a problem, then I'm saying to Australians, well, if it's my money, my vote, I'm going to back the Prime Minister who once was a Treasurer, who knows how to run a Treasury very, very well, ran Treasury through all sorts, through all sorts of rough periods, called the Hayne-Royal Commission. He navigated all through that sort of stuff, and a Treasurer in Josh Frydenberg, who has been a very good Treasurer to date. So I'm backing individuals that I know, and I want to tell Australians that that's what
right.
I think we should be doing if we think there's a problem.
I've got to leave it there, Mark, but thank you for nailing your colours to the mast and making it about policy, not just personalities. Thank you for your time.